Hello, fellow YouTubers. Thanks for tuning into my channel today. Today, I wanted to go over these polls that you always hear about in the media, and you're probably asking yourself, where the hell do they get all this information? Where do these surveys come from, and all that? Well, most of them they come from the Gallup, and they do have a website called thegallup.com. I'll post the link below. But I just wanted to share. I thought these polls were kind of funny, you know. But I just wanted to share some of these polls with you that the mainstream media will not share with you. Only if it fits their agenda, or their Democratic Party or their Republican Party's agenda. Unless it does either of those things, they do not share it with you. So let's see some of the polls they have here. U.S. Gallup, good jobs rate steady in September. I don't know, I don't really buy that one. African satisfaction with community basics remains low. That's kind of obvious. Most U.S. investors say area housing prices are rising. And then that has under economy. Now under politics, fewer in U.S. want government to promote traditional values. Let's see. U.S. Economic Confidence Index level at negative 13. Well, that doesn't sound good. Education. Recent grads less likely to agree college was worth the cost. Yep, that sounds about right. Americans' trust in media remains at historical low. Majority of Americans see Congress out of touch and corrupt. Well, no shit. The more Americans know Congress, the worse they rate it. Well, wonderful. Isn't that a surprise? Urban communities led U.S. in economic optimism. I don't even know what that's about. I'm not even going to click on it. Politics. Trust in federal government on domestic matters edges to new low. Well, of course, I think a lot of people disagree with our current government that we have right now. Here's another one. Security issues may hurt development in Latin America. Don't really care about that one. Republicans favored on issues despite worse image. Whatever that one is. 5 important things to know about U.S. Catholics. I don't know what the point of doing a survey like that is. U.S. Economy Confidence Index ticks up to negative 12. Woo! Let's see here. Now these must have changed because as soon as I set up all my stuff to start recording in that, I've noticed a lot of them disappeared now. Let's see. Investors see taxes as biggest drag on investment climate. Well, it's always been that way. Half in U.S. continue to say government is an immediate threat. So that's like half our population basically fears the government and looks upon them as a threat. Yeah, I would agree with that. 75% in U.S. see widespread government corruption. That should probably be up around like 95%. Workplace. In U.S., half still say government regulates business too much. That I totally agree with 100%. Trust in U.S. judicial branch sinks to new low of 53%. Yeah. So do you see the trend here? Everybody's starting to lose confidence in their government and in their country. We don't trust our politicians. We don't trust the media. We don't trust anybody who claims to be a self-proclaimed expert or experienced professional or politician any longer. What's the next one here? Majority of U.S. investors carry debt but value debt-free retirement. Whatever. Let's see here. Government, economy, immigration seen as top U.S. problems. Yep, that's a very big problem. Americans more optimistic about job market in September. Yeah, right. Email defines Clinton. Immigration defines Trump. That sounds more like an article. U.S. investors say low interest rates do more good than harm. Now that's a bunch of bullshit. If you know anything about economics, that's a lie, and that's coming from U.S. investors. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, in the short run, it'll do good, but in the long run, it'll be bad. Okay, let's see what else they got on here. Because mainly what I was looking for was this. They did a survey that I read about where 60% of U.S. citizens would not mind having a Muslim president, and that's one of the main reasons I was looking up information here on Gallup.com, because I wanted to know how many people they questioned and stuff, but I haven't found it yet. Um, and if you haven't had a chance, look up my video, uh, America's Greatest Threat, 2015, and I explained to you what the OIC is, and that poll I just mentioned to you, where 60% of Americans say they would favor a Muslim president, that fits right in with what I was talking about in that video. So, well, let's read some more of these polls here. Is college worth it? Find out what more than 30,000 college graduates think. Now, I clicked on that, and they wanted my email and all this information. Here, I'll show you. So they don't show me the information. They want my name, organization, phone, job, email, and country. And it says, by clicking the button below, you consent to having your information processed, transferred, and possibly stored on servers that reside in the United States. Yeah, those Fusion servers they have. No thanks. Let's see. Americans' views on John Boehner. Favorable 23%, unfavorable 54%. I'm sure it's a lot higher than that. They should actually do a Gallup poll on the Gallup poll to see if Americans actually believe anything the Gallup poll says. Now, this information here, I don't know what that means. Gallup good jobs, positive 0.1%. Engaged at work, 31.8%, negative 0.5%. Low, I don't know what that's about. Top performing call centers. I don't care about that. Oh, banking analysis. Better service doesn't increase costs. No, you'd think it'd actually lower costs and increase your customer base. Let's see here. Align recruitment with your business strategy. Most U.S. investors say area housing prices are rising. Well, not in my area. Let's see. U.S. Economic Confidence Index. Okay. Median debt burden among recent college grads with loans, $30,000. Gallup Purdue Index 2015 report now available. So, yeah, the average debt of a college grad is 30 grand right out of college. And I think I made a video on that a long time ago, that explaining how college really isn't worth it, and you don't really need it for pretty much 90% of the jobs that are out there right now. You're better off just to save your money and gain experience in the job that you're doing first. Find out what you like, and then if you want to pursue a career down that path and learn more about it, then select the college you want. Because the age to go to college, you don't even know what the hell you want. That's why a lot of these grads, that graduated with a degree in biology are doing something totally different, like engineering, and vice versa. Or they're a police officer, or they're a cook at a school. Either A, because the jobs aren't available to fit the job they wanted in the first place, or B, they lost interest in that career path. So let's see. Healthcare workers thriving. Often ignored healthcare employees' well-being. How can medical professions influence positive lifestyle habits if they have low well-being themselves? Boo-hoo. What's this one? Why 70% of U.S. workers are not engaged at work and what to do about it. Um, Give them a raise. Treat them with respect. Don't talk down to them. I mean, it's common sense stuff. Like some of these problems are just common. There's common sense fix to them, and but when you get into corporate mindset, they don't know how to treat people because they most of the people in charge grew up rich in a rich family and they never had to work hard in their lives, so they don't understand the drama that goes on between us, normal folks. Let's see here. Worldwide, where do people feel safe? Not in Latin America. Hmm. Sorry, there I had to get a drink. Don't feel safe in Latin America. I don't know about that. Let's see. What else do we have here? Oh, here it is. 6 in 10 Americans would say yes to Muslim president, and 38% wouldn't. It's by Frank Newport. How many people they actually used in the survey? Oh, I hate these kind of charts. Catholic. 90% said yes, and 6% said no. And then you have atheists at 58% said yes, and 40% said no. Socialists said 47% said yes, and 50% said no. Well, that's funny coming from a socialist, because that's normally what Muslims are. They're usually part of the Democratic Party, and they're all for socialism. So you'd think they would you'd think they'd have like 100% for the yes would. But then again, they're they're so uneducated they don't know the difference, so it doesn't even matter what they say in a poll anyway. Let's see, the responses show that the 6 in 10 Americans would say they would vote for a Muslim candidate, while still a majority is tied as the second lowest positive response across the 11 categories tested. Less than half, 47%, would vote for a socialist. Oh, okay. Less than half, 47%, would vote for a socialist. So that's what these numbers are. So they asked all these people, would you vote a Catholic? Would you vote a woman? Would you vote a black? Would you vote a Hispanic? Blah, blah, blah. All these down. And these were the percentages. So a socialist got the lowest at 47%, which makes a lot of sense. And then an atheist got 58%. That's just wrong. That an atheist is below a Muslim. That's just wrong. Well, anyway, let's see. A Muslim got 60%. And this is just more proof as to what I was saying in my video, America's Greatest Threat, about the OIC and their influence in America since 1963. If you haven't watched that video, it's an hour and a half long. Sorry, I couldn't make it short. It's not the most exciting video either. I was pretty much dying at the end of it myself. There was just so much material to read and to go over and to share with you guys to prove my standpoint that Obama supports the Muslim Brotherhood and that Obama is an he's an Islamist. He practices Islam. He's not a Christian. Even his radical pastor, what was his name? Reverend Wright came out and pretty much summed up that, yeah, he's a Muslim, and that was his own pastor for 20 years. So, let's see here. Okay, well, I'm done with that. But as you can see, this Gallup poll, but a lot of these subject matters about how they don't trust the government, that you won't see that in the media, bring that out to you. The liberal media anyway, the mainstream media, they don't share those types of polls with you. So if you get a chance, go to www.gallup.com, check out their page, and check out some of these neat studies they have going on and stuff. So I found it a little interesting. I actually thought, for a while, with at least with the Gallup polls anyway, I don't know. Some of them seem like they're skewed. I don't trust them, so take them with a grain of salt. Don't put all your faith in humanity just because of reading Gallup polls. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I am going to get out of here, and please hit subscribe if you already haven't. I try to get a video out at least every 2 days now, and I just started a Facebook page. I have like 0 followers on it. So if you get a chance, please follow me on my Facebook page. It would be greatly appreciated. So, alright, I will see you guys later. Have a good one. Alright, bye.